Hey guys, it's Monday. This week's theme is how-to video. I'm going to make my video about how to ace the SAT because I took the SAT this weekend and I basically spent all of this week studying by taking practice tests out of a book about this thick literally. First of all, familiarize yourself with the test. Take practice tests. People say that it's like a measure of your intelligence or whatever. Standardized testing instead, you can boost your score by like 500 points. The test starts off with an essay, and a lot of people are tempted to write these amazing essays about philosophy and history and science, and you really don't have to do that. In fact, in order to get all the points on the rubric, you should really just write about like one time when you forgot to eat breakfast. As long as it relates to the cliched quote that they give you and you develop it enough, you're fine. Your paragraphs can be like 4 sentences long and you can get away with that and get a good score. So then you finish the essay and they're like, now you get to take the SAT, yeah! There are writing, reading, and math sections. For the writing, I think the main thing is just to choose the answer that sounds the best in your head, because another thing to look out for is parallelism. Make sure that in a list everything's in the same verb format. Look for subject-verb agreement. Also, you're allowed to write in the booklet. Do it. Cross out things, like edit the sentences how you think they should be so that you can state that you're absolutely certain of what you put. For the math, the main thing is to plug in the answers that they give you, especially for variable things, and usually you can check what you get through that. Remember that the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, as do 2 angles on a straight line. For the reading section, the vocab you can study by memorization or learning roots or whatever, or just by reading. I mean, if you're a reader, you should be familiar with most of the words. For the passages, a lot of the time it seems like the questions are asking you to read between the lines and find stuff that isn't explicitly in the text. Try to go through, underline, bring food to eat during the breaks because you get really hungry and it's a long test. So anyway, I hope you all get 2600s. Another thing really quickly is that Nikolai, you were talking about annotating books and how it's brutality and stuff. Well, my friends and I are doing this annotation swap where we bought like 10 books and then we all read a book and annotate it and then we switch them, so you get these really annotated books. And most of them are classics, but one of them is this really bad piece of chick lit called Love, Rosie, and my friend did this to it. It says Die, Tom Riddle. So I feel like in that case it's okay to kill books, and also sometimes annotating actually does help. Kelsey, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, there's a character in this book who got into Harvard and he's a heart surgeon, but he spells the word no as N-O.